A story about our history might just say the first people across the land bridge here from Asia. Voyages settled so brief it scares you, but I tell you it was only in North America. Christopher Columbus lands in the Bahamas, not paying attention to those Hawaiian mamas. That's when they wanted more land, they kicked it foul. Boy claims the land touched by the Pacific. Tax molasses, the act passes, duties imposed on rum and glasses, Iron Act, currency act, you act drastic, Treaty of Urge, Brits are classic. The Indians like walking the European shots, but in turn they gave them all smallpox.
I said early to bed and early to rise. That'll keep the peeps healthy, wealthy, and wise. Cause they call me Ben Franks, I'm the dopest found in Gaddy. Chillin' with my Yanks and they're dumping tea caddies. I publish sweet flows, as silence do good. If you see me and my bros, then Philly is my hood. Tories wave the Union Jack, they hated on my people. I wrote an almanac, I'm on point like a steeple. Mother country wanted loyalty, I was down with France. Fighting against royalty, give up, no chance. One time my mind was glowing, so I made a lightning rod. Electricity was flowing like a crazy act of God. Don't worry about my style, B. Franklin is the hardest. A man who's lived a while, and with words I'm an artist. I invented mad-ish, like bifocal lenses. If I lived in your age, I'd be driving Benzes. A deist to the core, not society your friends is. Even back in 74, Benny set the trends. Penny saved, penny earned. All your haters is gonna be spurned. Cause I'm doling out the truth, you'll get to keep your earn. And I'm bald as an eagle, so don't you tread on me. My beaver hat is regal, join a dire colonies.
With the death of independence back in 76, we said to the Brits, we back to Nix. All of our ties to your crooked ways, cause we've seen enough of those old school days. The days when we was burdened with the tax that made us wanna hit the Brits in the face with an axe. So we made our point, the tea went in the water. We dressed like Indians and got them back. This all started the revolution. After the fighting, we wrote a constitution. A war of independence fought against the Brits. We pushed the retros back and we gave them the fits. After the signing of our constitution, the U.S. government passed a resolution that we would decide to be our free land, and we dealt enjoy a terrible hand. Now during this time, there came a song, and no, we didn't sound it with a gong. The song, oh say can you see, y'all, you guessed it, it was Francis Scott Key. After it all, we needed some power, so our government decided to shower our boy G. Washington with the presidency. Our first ruler he decided to be. Then came Adam, he was number 2. He didn't make his secretary buck his shoe. His name was John, and that's legit. He was the man with the first aid kit. Not really. Jefferson was all about France. He liked their wine and their knee-high pants. He was a firm believer in strict construction, also in learning, slavery reduction. None of that stopped Louisiana's possession. Biggest land buy till the Mexican cession. His embargo and mosquito fleets ultimately failed. So we had the War of 1812. We fought against the British for American rights. They impressed our own sailors to fight British fights. So we went to war against them and their Indian friends. But at the end of the war, we were making amends. When the smoke had cleared, we had fought to a draw. No one won, no one lost, as everyone saw. But good came from the war, as everyone would say. The U.S. came together as a country that day.
led to an age of patriotism and pride. Just as the Federalist Party had died, the era of good feeling began to come to life, but in spite of the name, it had nothing but strife. Andrew Jackson won the Battle of New Orleans. He got famous in the country from Alabama to Queens, but in 1824 he lost a rigged election. J.Q. Adams came to power through Clay's defection, but in 1828 revenge would be his. He said to J.Q. Adams, "Yo, what the biz?" Jackson didn't like the Cherokee Nation. He took away their rights like a slave plantation. They went to Oklahoma in the Trail of Tears, over the court rulings of Marshall and his peers. They went long and far, and many of them died because of Jackson and the white man that lied. But other things went on beside the Trail of Tears. The SC Exposition confirmed the northern field. Calhoun and his homies, they tried to secede, in keeping with the practice of the states' rights creed. It wasn't gonna happen, not on Jackson's watch. He threatened to hang him, then kicked him in the crotch. Jackson and Biddle, they didn't get along. Biddle was for keeping the U.S. Bank strong. Jackson wouldn't have it. He said, "F that ish." He acted unilaterally, said, "Up yours, buddy." Henry Clay was known as a compromiser. His plans were made as circumstances required. From Missouri to Kansas, he tried to balance the power between the North and South. Then a most desperate hour, things didn't work out. Compromise broke down. People going crazy like Jonathan Brown.
Said Harriet Beecher stole at Uncle Tom's cabin. She was acting like a teacher you against people slave nabbing. Preston Brooks cracked Sumner with a wooden cane. In the Senate during summer, he was making it rain. Little Douglas, big Lincoln, those cats were debating. Little Giant advocating territorial legislation. Crazy John Brown staged rape at Toatomi. He's killing dudes and screaming, "Death to slavery, homie." After Lincoln was elected, South Carolina seceded. Confederacy was erected, saying North we don't need it. Then the Civil War began, there was a fight at Bull Run. The Billy Yanks ran, thinking this isn't fun. To drive out plantation planet, Sherman marched to the sea. He crushed Savannah, Atlanta, faction General Lee. In the Gilded Age, plenty of scandal. Boss Tweed took center stage, he was too tall to handle. Then U.S. Grant was taught by Credit Mobier. He was in the train yard doing business his way. Then came Tilden, in the great unknown. A compromise was built and Reconstruction was blown. Then in 82 came that Chinese exclusion. What we tried to do was stop some Asian intrusion. A Philippine rebellion from Emilio Aguinaldo made us look for the hellion like some ish from Where's Waldo.